second place. We start on Blackpink. It's a best of 5. And down at the bottom left-hand side, a 3-0 in the semi-finals against Innovation. This is herO, our red Protoss player. Taking down Rogue 3-2 in the semi-finals was our blue Protoss. To the top right, this is Neeb. So, PvP, a little bit of final mirror matchup action. We actually haven't had a mirror matchup all day, in fairness, if I'm not mistaken. We did not have a mirror matchup, right? I'm pretty sure we didn't, so PvP to... It's really funny, honestly, the last couple of weeks in tournaments, I feel as though I've just casted PvP again and again and again in finals. I feel as though, like before 2018, I really didn't feel like I casted PvP that much, but lately, a lot of the players playing online tournaments and playing well in online tournaments have been these Protoss guys. I just feel like they keep ending up against each other in the later stages. Feels like I just cast them more and more often. Thank you so much, by the way, 7Purge7 for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the family. Thank you for the support. Appreciate the subscription. And someone asking about the song in chat. !song will give you the link to my last FM, which you can use to see most recently played music, which is the best way to find the songs. I say that just because I actually can't remember what the song was right now, but it's also good to know for future in case you ever find another song that you would like to see. So you check that out, !song, if you are interested in the music. There's even a playlist with everything I listen to. Quite literally everything. So it's like a really weird playlist because it goes from like one extreme to the other, but it's a good place to, if you kind of generally like the music on the stream, you can probably skip through and find some stuff. Anyways, herO versus Neeb. Again, I always feel as though Neeb's PvP is fascinating because he's always had these epic showdowns against Showtime. He's always had these PvP, he's always been... I just feel like PvP was the, the matchup he carried himself to that victory in Casper Cup on. And that was obviously just massive for him. His PvP was just ahead of the meta then, or... not sure if it was ahead of the meta, or if it was just like the NA European meta was like just so different to the Korean meta. It was just fab to watch, and I'll always enjoy Neeb's PvP for that reason, since then, as we are going to be seeing Stalker coming in, grabbing a probe, and a couple of Adepts on the way out from our player herO, and a couple of Stalkers on the way out here from Neeb. And this is just going to be seeing the Stargate of herO going to be popping up in the next few moments. Alright, so gonna set up into this, looking to see what will happen, and we are going to be seeing a couple of those gateways. Just going to be popping those Adepts out of here. It's going to be a Stargate apiece for the openers, so Stargate apiece, a Nexus apiece as well, so it's actually mirrored openings apart from the fact that herO made Adepts and, well, Neeb made Stalkers and a Sentry, so Neeb's kind of more set up to play defensively here, whereas herO's definitely looking for some damage with these couple of Adepts, but with 3 Stalkers at the front with the Sentry available, I actually don't know where the Sentry is, it's in the main. I guess he wants to hallucinate across the map. This should be okay. Neeb actually doesn't have a probe in position to build the pylon here, so you will let the Adepts through, because he has the Force Field. He still loses 3 probes. I don't know if that's worth it then in the end. You use 2 of your Force Fields? I don't know. I don't know. Like, use 2 of your Force Fields, you lose 2 probes anyways, and you only kill 1 of the 2 Adepts? I'm really not sure about it. Was the Adept going to start shading back? As they come back towards the bottom left-hand side. Neeb, oh my god. Ooh. Did Neeb block his own Nexus so he expanded at the 3rd base? Wait, is that something I'm only just realizing? For a moment, I just didn't really think about the fact that there was no Nexus here. Because I just saw him expanding, and I knew he was expanding, and it just didn't click that this was the natural. God damn it, I'm tired. Wow. I think he did block his Nexus, and so by blocking his Nexus, he just took the 3rd. Does that work out as a mind game against herO, or what happens there? I don't even know. There's 2 Phoenix apiece. 1 Oracle was made as well here by herO, but, well, it's still Phoenix production from Neeb, but he did go into a Robo facility, which suggests he's going to go in towards some further production from here on out. I'm seeing how that develops. We do see a probe of herO currently coming up the left-hand side. Thank you very much, by the way, to Supply Depots United once again with the $10 donation. Says, I'm no racist, some of my best friends are pylons. I just don't understand why they have to be in the finals. Dude, thank you so much for the extra $10 on top of all your friend generosity already today. Well, here we go. herO, he hasn't really been making any probes for the last few moments, right? You know, this natural has not been utilized at all. One probe doesn't really quite count. So, one probe mining on the natural, and he really is looking to go for this. And honestly, you can see why. I mean, if Neeb's up defending this high ground base over here, how does he defend his natural? Neeb is so split up, and all of this is coming off of a pylon block of his own natural. So, let's see if he can somehow defend this here. Phoenix on Phoenix. The Phoenix of herO might want to try and jump on the Immortal, although the Immortal is actually just going to be going down, albeit very slowly over here. Obviously, Neeb should lose the Phoenix fight. Oh, actually, Neeb wins the Phoenix fight. Did he have better numbers going into that? I feel like he didn't, right? 2 against 4. Wow. He actually had... What was it at the end there? 4 against 4 and 1 left over. He had worse numbers. And in the end, it trades even, but only at the end. Probe's now in trouble, though, as this Oracle chases them down from the main base. And we are going to be seeing that Oracle taking a shot or two as he gets pushed around over to the right-hand side. herO's going to back away for a moment as the Oracle comes back into the third base now. Neeb's losing so many more probes. I wonder if this was just a little bit of a disaster here from Neeb. From the point of him, you know, obviously blocking his own natural. I wonder if he just sort of looked at this game and just sort of sighed a little bit. You know what? It's Alex, and Alex wouldn't sigh. I think Alex would look at this, and especially because it's the first game, he'd probably look at this, he'd like kind of do that little Neeb smile to himself, and he's like, haha, yeah, okay, that was silly. You know, that sort of smile? That's totally the Neeb sort of thing there. Now he's a little bit shaking his head and like, yeah, that was a bit dumb, but oh, that really is quite something. herO to the bottom right-hand side is 1 game up, and to the top left, our red Protoss player is Neeb. Woody, were you using Spotify or Last.fm the last break? My Last.fm page will tell you what I most recently played on Spotify, which is what I use to play all my music. So you can basically stalk Last.fm or my Last.fm page, and it'll just basically always tell you what I'm playing, unless it's bugging out or something. What does Wardy mean? My last name is Ward. People called me Wardy at school. And they used to spell it with a Y, so when I made a gamer tag, I made it with an I, because I'm cool like that. Well, I didn't right away, but eventually it was the easiest one to go for. Much easier than, you know, making up names. Making up names got so difficult. You know, I really struggle nowadays. Like, if I play like WoW or something, or like any sort of RPG that mean, you know, you make a character name. You know, I always just go for Wardy, but if I have to make more than one character, I always get stuck like, should I make something cool, or should I just be like, Ward E? like my Twitch name, it was like, huh, Wardy's taken. Ward E. Ay. Alright guys, herO is up a map here in this best of 5 grand file. Takes me 2 hours to come over a name if Teardress is taken. Yeah, it's difficult, man. It's difficult. Again, guys, these are, of course, replays that were cast, and they are available to the public. If you'd like to check them out, then do go check them out. And, yeah. You guys can do that if you wish. They are available on the Team Liquid thread. I posted them in my Discord earlier, and that isn't just a thing to kind of make you go to my Discord. It's just, I just had someone ask me in my Discord for the link, and I posted the link in my Discord, so it might be an easy way to find them if you're looking for the link. So you can check that out. But they are available on the Team Liquid forum page. If you have any trouble finding them, then message me, and I'm very happy to help you guys find them. And usually we do replay packs for subscribers, but obviously if the replays are public, we just give them out to... obviously I'm very happy to point them out to anyone, so that you guys can get your hands on them. Well, this time herO's the one that blocks Neeb's natural, so that's a little bit more regular here, as we are going to be seeing this probe. And the Stalker and Neeb trying to work his way through that pylon there, and as that happens, we do see a couple of more gateways coming in from herO, and it looks as though herO is going to ramp up the aggression right now in this game number 2. So, heading in towards the 4 gate here. Let's see what's going to happen, as we do have the Nexus of Neeb coming down onto the natural expansion. Sentry on the way out, and we're just going to see a few Stalkers coming off over to the right hand side. Probe just moving around, and we're just going to see this pylon dropping down as well. And again, a few stalkers continue to come up through the center. Looking to try and jump on top of this and see what they can do. This is actually nice from here. He's going to catch a stalker right from the start. I mean, when you're going for the 4-gate, obviously getting a little bit of a stalker lead already is amazing. Although Neeb very nearly returns the favor and gets a second stalker. That would have been a really good turret. Oh, sorry, I was actually still the first. Well, he sees that pylon, he forces a cancel. That might give it away a little bit here as Neeb, just one shield battery, will add 2 more, so he obviously is starting to realize exactly what's going on now. Warp gate's done, he'll morph his gateways into warp gates. His robo's on the way in the main, and Immortal obviously again a big part of being able to hold this off. Immortals just do so much damage. Some force fields as well available here for Neeb as he warps in 2 more stalkers. Oh, he's so outnumbered here initially. The force fields on both sides. Good force fields from Neeb. Actually blocks out so many stalkers or heroes. Those force fields are amazing actually. Probes on the low ground actually pulled in to help out. He'll actually target down the shield battery, which, well, now another shield battery comes up. That shield battery was out of energy, so it wasn't even great DPS, but I guess what else are you going to do? Your stalkers are kind of trapped in there. Oh my god, Neeb is completely shutting this down. Obviously, there's no expansion back at home for heroes, so he has to do a lot with this right here. But Neeb has absolutely destroyed the opening engagement, and that is one hell of a way to start holding on. Now, it's definitely not over yet. You have to continue defending, you have to continue punishing it as far as you can, but it's definitely a good start if you want to win this game as Neeb to tie things up 1-1 in the best of 5. Pylon block there to stop the Adepts coming up, and we'll have to cancel. Soon the Immortal's about to be here. Still got a full energy shield battery to buy time with as well. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about is this shield battery is very far back, and if you go too far towards it, the force fields become very powerful. The first force field actually wasn't very good at all, though. That one was a little bit better, though. Gets 2 more stalkers here, so herO definitely making up for what wasn't a great trade initially. Although now the Immortal coming into play obviously makes a big difference. And I think one of the big things is once you get more than one Immortal up in this scenario, it becomes so difficult for herO to then win the game, because a lot of the time you can make do by, you come in, you snipe down one Immortal, and then you kind of back away, rope in again, and another Immortal comes up. And keeping that kind of one Immortal there, it's kind of like, okay, you can work with one Immortal. Like, you can take that much damage, but 2 Immortals? That gets a little bit funky. This Immortal right now is being healed up for eternity by the shield batteries. Eventually it goes down, but so much damage dealt in that time. Neeb massively ahead on the worker count, and he pulls the workers into this fight as well, knowing that force fields are still coming down, and Sentry energy is starting to run a little bit lower. Warp Prism actually comes up here, and that's actually huge for Neeb, because that's a lot of micro potential he gains that can actually go a massive way in terms of helping out as well. As we are going to be seeing herO coming forwards, a couple of force fields coming down, and we're still just seeing this being blocked. We're going to be seeing the shield battery being worked away at as well. And we are going to be seeing the Stalkers just, again, trying to see what they can do. A couple of pylons going down, but Neeb has plenty, so not too worried. And again, sticking close to the shield batteries on the left-hand side. There's another Immortal which just finished up. Remember that he has the Prism, so actually the force fields are nowhere near as important as they used to be, which kind of makes these sentries a bit more kind of dead supply than they were before. Sentries don't do amazing damage. They do good damage, but for how much they cost, it isn't really amazing at all. So it's kind of like a bit of a weird scenario that once the force fields aren't as effective, it really is kind of, they aren't as great in this sort of fight. And well, again, just dropping the Immortals down here, keeps on picking off sentries. Another Immortal's going to be fresh, full of shields and a replay. Not a replay. Full of shield and full of barrier. In the near future, she actually just healed this Immortal up with the shield barrier. And now you can drop that forwards again. Keep on micro on here. Neeb playing a dangerous game with that Prism. And he does lose it, but didn't have an Immortal inside. And those Immortals are broken down. Without the force fields here, you can actually kind of fight very easily. And you can just sort of see that the Immortal count is so good for Neeb. And this was one hell of a hold from the first little defense and on from there. Very impressive stuff. I mean, it's always going to be a little bit of a micro war, and this time around it was definitely Neeb who came out with some very solid micro, kept his nerve in a moment of tension. And just like that, he's going to drop the game actually. GG's. Neeb takes game 2 because herO, obviously not now, we just see who's going to take the lead in the series. As to the top left-hand side, the blue Protoss player is herO. And to the bottom right-hand side, our red Protoss player is Neeb. Alrighty. PvP is just such a... It just feels like it's been a bit of a mess again lately. It feels like we're back at that sort of stage where it's like Haha, I built 4 gates, and I don't know, like, without the Thorn Overcharge, so much of this aggression has just come back into play, and it actually feels like we see a lot more, like, sub 10-minute PvPs than post 10-minute PvPs compared to other matchups. Or maybe 10 minutes is I'd say about 10 minutes is a good kind of margin, a good kind of timing to look at. Feels like PvP is one of the faster matchups at the moment, so interested to see how it plays out as we set up into this game 3 of the series. Looking to see what will happen. And, yeah. So, Morganoff, is Wardy going to pass out after I finish this cast? Yeah, I'm pretty freaking tired. It's 1 AM now. I woke up at 6 AM my time. And I was traveling from, I guess, like 7 AM my time until 5 PM-ish. Which isn't too bad. It's just a little bit annoying because it was a very hot day. And we had a delay on one of the planes. If you guys weren't here for the start of the stream, I told this story. But basically, in herO, everything was going fine. Travel was actually going really well. And it obviously wasn't a long trip or anything. But my second flight, we got on the plane and we were just waiting to kind of get the safety briefing and stuff, and it was kind of warm and the AC wasn't working, and we got told they had to get an engineer on because the AC wasn't working, and apparently the engine that makes the AC also starts the engines, so that wasn't working, and then they finally fixed it and we're like, woohoo, and then it broke when we were pushing back to go taxi to the runway. So we ended up delayed, but the worst part was that we were like delayed on the plane that was like sweltering hot with no AC for like a little while, and it's kind of draining, honestly. But I mean, those things happen. It wasn't the end of the world, but I was just sort of expecting to have a couple of hours before I streamed if everything kind of went on time, and then everything went wrong. So it was a little bit frustrating. In the end, obviously, we changed planes, like, because they couldn't fix the issue because it kept overheating or something. So in the end, we changed planes. In the end, we just got on a new plane, but obviously that took even longer, which is part of the delay, etc. So yeah, they weren't allowed to fly with the issue. So that's what took so long. But it wasn't really that bad. It just sort of feels like it's been one of those days where travel just even shorter travel, I think, can kind of take it out of you sometimes. So one of those days. In the end, I got home, I dropped my bag off, I came straight back out so I can grab some fast food and eat something before I streamed. And here we are right now, still live. But yeah, they literally couldn't fly. It's like something they can't do. They can't fly without the it wasn't because, I'm pretty sure it's not because they don't have AC. I'm pretty sure they just can't fly because there's it's like a fault that can actually have an effect on the aircraft or something. Anyways, Dark Shrine coming down here from herO, but Robo already on the way from Neeb kind of feels pretty good for him. His opening was a Stargate, and coming in right now, he does have the Oracle against, well, an unfinished shield battery. Has some potential, probably about 3 or 4 workers before the shield battery finishes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he's actually gonna get 5. Yeah, I guess 5. He just missed pulling a couple of probes away, which maybe could have saved 1 or 2 there. Meanwhile, Neeb will lose a couple of adepts. And Stalkers at the front are also pushing away the adepts of herO, so Neeb already takes a worker lead in this game by about 10 or so. Obviously, as he finishes up the Robo, he can get an Immortal or so out if he wants, if he needs. He really needs an Observer, though, first, because of the Dark Temple, obviously. And that's something which he should know about now, although actually, no, he doesn't, because the Dark Shrine, I guess, was scouted and then therefore cancelled. So Neeb thinks it's DTs, but that was actually cancelled. herO realizing scout, he cancels it, puts his money into Blink instead. Nice little way to change things up. It's going to be seeing the Oracle in the center just going to be continuing to move around, and we're going to see the Blink continue to come into play. I mean, that's where the Immortal obviously becomes very nice, because when your opponent has Blink, they definitely have that kind of better kind of gateway unit composition. Their Stalker's obviously a lot better, but you make up for that by having the Immortals on your own side, and you should have a better Immortal count, because you didn't invest into Blink as early. So, Neeb right now, he's going to get that Immortal advantage, and he can try and use this here as we see the Forge coming down. He's got the 2 Oracles as well, by the way, which means the shield battery alone won't defend. Stalker's well positioned, though. herO not just going to let a couple of Oracles fly on in. And and deal a bunch of damage apparently. So they get pushed back for the moment. I'm going to see the two Oracles just going to be sticking out, and we are going to be seeing again Stalkers, Sentry, and an Immortal just gathering together. I mean, again, the army of Neeb looks pretty standard. As he goes into his Twilight a little bit later, he'll probably go straight in towards the the charge upgrade, straight in towards those Zealots, and just start playing in towards a more kind of mid to later game focused army than an early to mid game focus, which is kind of what the Blink gives you with the map control, etc. Generally, as well as the the Stalker player, you want to play Stalkers initially because you have the Blink, but you will transition out towards Zealots and reinforce with Zealots in the later fights. Sometimes you can have the Adepts warping in and stuff like that. Oracle coming around the bottom left side. We do see two Adepts coming through the center. Again, charge on the way up for both, and we are just going to be seeing the +1 attack coming in on the Forge for the moment. So, and a couple of Adepts coming on down. The Oracle drops a Revelation onto the Adepts just to keep track of where they may end up. Actually, only hits one of the two somehow. That's kind of impressive. I think Neeb realizes that's a little bit interesting. That just comes along with the Oracle, I guess, to clean up. Why not? Easy to clean up, and, well, I guess not if you lose the Oracle. That's a little bit of a shame, but does drop the Revelation, so refreshes it on the Adept, and he does get himself the Stalkers. The Revelation right there as well. So you are just going to be seeing the Nexus on the third base. As you're just going to be seeing a Stalker and a couple of Sentries pushing that Oracle away. Charge coming up on both sides. The +1, though, is one of the advantages that Neeb will hold moving forwards here. There's those Immortals coming in to protect the third Nexus, and Neeb in general, I mean, again, he started this game with a bit of an income lead, and it's kind of still reflecting right now. +1 is done. He starts +2. He has the third Nexus coming on up, and it looks as though, I mean, herO's adding on gateways and a prism. Like, it's almost like he wants to maybe attack. But honestly, can he attack? Because Neeb has so much anyways. I don't think there is an option. Stalker's blinking. And do you force that Oracle away over to the right-hand side? As we do see +2 attack coming up on the Forge, and again an Immortal on the way out as well at the moment. And a couple of extra gateways coming down here. I mean, the thing is, Neeb has a good amount of gateways, and that's another crazy thing. Like, sometimes when you see him taking this third Nexus, you might look at this and be like, okay, well, he's, taking the third, but, he's down on gates, and that's maybe herO's chance. As it stands, they actually both end up taking the third at a similar time, so I didn't actually notice herO's was already coming up so soon. That's obviously a pretty big deal. Yeah, did Neeb just cancel his third and restart? Asked Riggins. Yeah, I think so too. Do you think it's just because he took so much damage on it? It might be. herO for dropping the main base, by the way. Two Immortals are going to get rid of a pylon here, powering a couple of gateways and a Cybercore. I'm just going to be seeing the pylon continue to be picked off here, as we are going to be seeing Immortals continue to come on up. Stalkers, Zealots too. Immortals continue to drop around. We are going to be seeing... Oh, this is eventually a cleanup, but those sort of drops are so deadly. At the same time, herO tries to poke on the other side. We are going to see the Zealots, Archons, and Immortals continue to come on through here now. A couple of force fields coming in. And we are going to be seeing those units continuing for herO. These units of herO continue to back away, but Neeb's just chasing, and Neeb is getting some kills right now. This was a good defense. I mean, these Immortals are always going to do damage in the main, but he really limited it to just a few pylons, and that really is something you can manage there as Neeb. Nicely done. So, yeah, good stuff. Pylon gets taken down at the side. I mean, this army of herO's still trying to do a little bit of something. Neeb will warp in a few more Zealots. The scary thing, of course, is that herO can just instantly warp in a whole ton of units himself in the prism, which is why you need to really match this, and it is such a great technique to kind of buy yourself a lot of time. As you are going to be seeing the Dark Shrine just coming up in the main base. I mean, herO's going for that Dark Shrine early, but then he cancelled it, of course. And again, ready to go again. But yeah, just wanted to quickly reflect. Neeb did have a faster third Nexus originally, but I think maybe he just took so much damage, he just thought, let's cancel it and build it anew. Maybe he just had it misplaced and we didn't notice that at that point. There's a lot of different reasons he could have rebuilt it, so I'm not really too sure. But I thought it was going to be crazy, because suddenly it's like, wait, herO's got his at the same time? Huh? But yeah, that was he was definitely a rebuild. I'm glad someone mentioned in the chat because I thought I was just going crazy or not paying attention. But yeah. Alright, well, we are going to be seeing these Archons and Immortals just fighting away. And again, I mean, Neeb has +2 attack against no attack upgrades at all. So straight up, Neeb should just win this fight. Plus the fact he's got more units. And pushing on through right now, Neeb is looking pretty good to take game number 3 and go on to match and tournament point. Zalt's defending in the main base as well, as herO's not going to find much more over there. He's still trying to warp in what he can. Is he really going to turn this away with DTs? Oh, wow. I mean, how many times do DTs just turn armies like this away when they really shouldn't? That's the observer of herO there, not of Neeb. Neeb is going to chrono boost out and observe. He already has 2, but they're both on this side of the map. And that is, of course, a little bit of a shame. Oracle coming over as well from Neeb can definitely revelate. And that is the way that herO will kind of survive, maybe another 30 seconds or so. But even if you survive another 30 seconds or so, it's not quite going to make the difference here. Neeb continue to come forwards. And, well, a few Stalkers just unloading. Zalt's charging in, going to get a little bit of a surround. Then we are just going to be seen, well, again, as soon as the Revelation comes down or the Observer catches up, this is not going to do anything. The DT to the side gets taken down as well. There's a few more DTs warped in. herO knows it's the only way he can survive, but again, as soon as the Observers show up, and where are they? There it is, halfway through the map. And it's so annoying, isn't he? He's like, come on, dude, just get out. You know I've got an Observer, right? Like, you know this isn't actually going to work in the end. No, Neeb, come on, bring your Observer in. There we go. As he turns and kills off those DTs, surely that is it for herO. Surely he doesn't try and make something happen here now, as we are going to be seeing continue to push in. Well, that is GG. Neeb takes game 3 and he goes up in the series. Let's do this. To the bottom right-hand side, our red Protoss player. This is Neeb. Top left, our blue Protoss is Root Gaming herO. Sounds like you need a soft energy drink. Yeah, guys, if you want an energy drink, I didn't drink any Sneak today, which is the issue. But if you guys !Sneak, they are the sponsors of the stream, so you guys can definitely check those guys out. Every purchase helps the stream. Yeah, I'm too tired to do all my sellout stuff anymore. Hey guys, just cheer and donate, and if you Twitch Prime sub and stuff, yeah, cool, awesome. Follow, yep, don't forget the follow. Oh yeah. But yeah, do check out Sneak in seriousness. It's pretty awesome. Honestly, I didn't have any Sneak today because I quite simply haven't had any time, I guess, to go and fill up my water. Because I just didn't think about it when I first came in, and the ad breaks feel so short when I don't have, I don't know, it's weird, but like, I kind of start an ad break and then I just like forget to go and fill my water up. It was stupid. I should have had some Sneak. It would have been very useful, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, we are setting up here and just looking to see what's happening in this PvP, and already Neeb is hiding something. This is like a he has a Stargate, possibly. Yeah, a Stargate comes down to the top right hand side. I was gonna say it could be like a Twilight Council. herO proxies a pylon as well. Now herO's pylon, he comes in and he puts this down at kind of the time where I guess it could be a Stargate, but it's a later Stargate, right? Or it could be a Twilight and a Hidden Dark Shrine, but it is a Stargate. Wow, so they're both going to proxy the Stargates here. That is quite something. That is quite something. Well, let's see how it goes. A couple of Stalkers on the way up now from herO. Neeb, on the other hand, makes... Well, what are the units on the map? 2 Adepts apiece, and then it's going to be a single Stalker from Neeb compared to double Stalker of herO. Neeb has his Stargate finished now and will start the Oracle. Chrono Boost is not currently available, actually. But herO does have a Chrono Boost, so there's a bit of a difference between them. And the way that they save Chrono Boosts, even. 2 Adepts here from herO. Coming up the ramp, and Neeb is able to shield battery block, stop those units from getting in, and the Stalker comes through to start pushing them back. And again, that Oracle coming along. The Oracles are going to hit at a similar time because A, I think, yeah, herO Chrono Boosts his Oracle, and B, Neeb will just get his Oracle out, and then it's also a little bit further away. So in terms of them hitting the mineral line, Neeb should hit just that few seconds earlier. Neeb actually commits up this ramp, so he actually gets a kill on the probe that built that pylon or shield battery, whatever it is blocking. But then, of course, the Stalkers show up, and that's going to mean kind of the end of these Adepts for now, as they are going to end up shading away. I guess they're still alive, at least. Neeb's going to keep himself with this Oracle, and now he realizes the Oracle of his opponent is proxied as well. He's also going to be sending his Oracle in. So Neeb trying to make up for the 9-10 kills that the Oracle of herO gets. 9. So that's his goal. But oh, there's a shield battery. So herO, he's not going to let this Oracle do any damage. The second Oracle will come in soon, though. And that second Oracle, I mean, I guess if the shield battery is drained of energy, in the end, this Oracle will still get some kills. And oh my god, he's actually going to get 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's no Stalker here to turn this away in the end like there was for Neeb. So somehow Neeb, despite the shield battery, gets more kills as that Stalker's chased down that Oracle over there. He's going to come in. The shield battery got a bit of energy back on it. Coming in, he's just going to go for a little bit more damage. Oh my god, the shield battery actually finished over here. But herO was killing it. That actually saved a probe or two, in fairness. herO ends up 13 workers down. Neeb holds on. Workers killed 15 to 19, and Neeb is suddenly... He is suddenly in a lead. Wow. That's crazy. That's something like his, the difference of not having a Stalker there for herO was maybe the difference of this game, because that Oracle just sat there, drained the energy, and still had time left to go and kill the probes. Oh, that's really insane. Well, Oracles will pop their energy now. 1, 2, 3 more, and he will back away with that. Obviously, losing one Oracle means he can't really commit if there's still the shield battery there. 2 gates up at the front. The Twilight Council is going to be finishing momentarily as well. Pylon coming down to the side. And the 2 Oracles are moving around at the moment. And we do just see Neeb continue to come down to the south. A couple of Adepts. It's going to be seeing the Stalker taking some damage. Robot facility starts up here. And there's herO. Starting to catch up in the work count. 4 difference right now. 18 to 13. herO in the end. There's a lot of those probes. Blink starts up from Neeb as we see the Robo from herO. So a little bit of a distance between them. As Neeb actually makes a Phoenix and tries to hunt down the Oracles. He gets one of them. The other one survives on 1 hit point. It really is something right there, as we see the Stasis Ward attempt from Neeb. It's a cute attempt, but it is really just an attempt. Obviously gets shut down pretty quick. And Neeb, the fact he had more probes earlier now means that he is already going to be throwing this Nexus down. So he throws this Nexus down on the natural. The Robo Facility gets thrown down on the main base, and again, that Twilight Council just chrono boosting away. As we are going to be seeing the Nexus continue to come on up. Immortal being chrono boosted out from herO, and as that comes through as well, I mean, I like this. Neeb just kind of scanning around. He sees that Stargate. Well, Neeb is just ahead on the Nexus. All he really has to do is defend if herO got aggressive. But herO will expand himself, in which case Neeb will just generally come out of this with a little bit of a lead. A couple of Adepts coming up the ramp. Don't find too much just yet. And we are still just seeing these few Stalkers gather together. Again, 2 more Adepts just shading on 4s to see what they can get up to. herO, well, actually shading back. I guess they couldn't find any damage over here. Oracle still moving through the center. Phoenix off over to the left-hand side. Again, Blink will be finishing in the next couple of moments. And as Blink finishes up, we are going to be seeing this Observer is just going to be wrapping up very soon as well. So I guess Neeb will just have some more vision on the map, keep control of things. He isn't going into his own Immortal just yet. Again, he's got Blink, but he hasn't moved on to the map with Stalkers yet. He does have 12 Stalkers. They're all just positioned in the main. I think he's afraid of another Oracle or something coming through. Or maybe a Prism. Maybe he's expecting, herO to go for some sort of Prism aggression. He wants to try and Blink on top of him right away. Stalker's going to come across towards the upper left-hand side. Neeb going to be seeing what's up as he comes all the way up towards the upper left. And another couple of Stalkers warping in. The Immortals here as well. The Sentries too. I mean, this is it from here. He's just going to go for it. He's just going to go and attack. But Stalkers here from Neeb are going to just get the Warp Prism. Oh my god, the Warp Prism goes down. And now the 2 Immortals are dead. And that's a tournament-ending move. Neeb, that Warp Prism kill just secured him 36 $10,000. Just like that. Blinks forwards, the last stalkers go down, and herO will be head and hands at that. Whoa! Do you lose the warp prism with your 2 immortals inside? I can understand it getting low and maybe losing the prism, but after you drop the immortals, because, you know, you respond. I don't know what herO's paying attention to. Maybe it was the Oracle, maybe it was something, but it was not the warp prism at all. And that is Neeb taking down the Hangzhou StarCraft Carnival.